Welcome to the Gold Plus Roundup, the monthly show where we review every single PlayStation Plus and Games with Gold game that came out for the month that you get for free, if you subscribe to those. It's honestly one of my favorite things to do. I don't know if you like it, but I do, and I hope you enjoy these games and the reviews, and let us know what your favorites of these are. Let us know if you disagree with any of our views on this. I'm going to start off with possibly my favorite game this month, Celeste. One of my favorite platform games that I can remember, at least the past 10 years. I don't even know how long it goes back. Amazing platforming, smooth controls, challenging, and a really interesting story that gets considerably deeper than I would have ever thought. Great music that it can be a little repetitive, but not too bad. The gameplay is challenging, like I mentioned, but similar to Super Meat Boy, as soon as you die, you restart immediately. So there's not a lot of lag, and disappointment time is what I call it, where you tend to stew about your mistakes. You can just keep going and keep at it until you finally finish that challenge or whatever you want to call it. It's great. I love it. I hope you do too. Check this game out. And honestly, I picked this up on Switch. It's so good. I got it for free here, picked it up on Switch because I wanted to play it on the go. It's wonderful. Lara Croft Guardian of Light may be completely different than the other traditional Lara Croft games, I should say, but it's really fun. It's an isometric game. It's fun. It's not too challenging. The story, honestly, is very mediocre. The dialogue is laughably dumb, in my opinion, but the gameplay is really good. Not only that, you can play this single player, have fun with it, but if you play multiplayer and co-op, it's couch co-op, multiplayer co-op online, and if you play with all of the puzzles actually change when you play co-op, so they actually involve using both not only two people, but also special abilities for each character. I love this game, and it's a couch co-op game, so I totally recommend it. WRC 6 FIFA World Rally Championship is actually not bad either. It's a great rally game, and actually lets you adjust for your ability, and it's not just an adjustment in regards to just the tracks or just the people that you get put up against, but it actually changes the way that the car handles the speed. I would equate this very similarly to Mario Kart, where you play a 50cc versus 100cc versus 150cc, and as you go up, the cars get faster, and as they are faster, they are harder to control. It's just like that with the rally car. This game's better than Dirt, and by that I mean the game Dirt. Check it out if you like racing games. I actually like it, and I hate racing games, so try this out if you like Rally. Far Cry 2 is... it's playable, it's fun. I think that's probably the worst thing I could say about it. Since I'd played Far Cry 3, 4, and 5, Blood Dragon, all of the others before this, I am a little biased because the story is just not as good in this game, but this is the predecessor to those games, not just a numbering scheme and all that. This is where they started on the path that they're on now, giving you choices to make that actually affect the story, giving you an open world, and really leaning in on gunplay. I really liked this game, and definitely check it out if you're a fan of the Far Cry series. It is a little dated, but it holds up pretty well for being a 10-year-old game. Portal Knights is somewhere between Minecraft and Dragon Quest Builders, if you played Dragon Quest Builders. Basically, it's Minecraft with a third-person viewpoint and actual quests to do and NPCs to help. There's a lot of fun things in this game. There's a lot of things that it holds your hand a little bit more than Minecraft, because Minecraft just kind of throws you in there. But unfortunately, it has a huge difficulty curve once you actually start fighting enemies that fight back. I would say, due to the difficulty, it does make the game a little less approachable for the young kids, but I definitely say older kids, teens are definitely going to enjoy it. They'll enjoy the building. I mean, it's still fun. Like I said, it's like Minecraft, but gives you a little bit more difficulty. So if Minecraft is too easy for you, check this out. Steep is a winter sports game, and it's more open world than any winter sports game that I could ever have imagined. You have fast travel, so you can travel to different events. Not only that, you have an open world element where you can get up on a cliff, start diving off with a squirrel suit, parachute out of that, and then start snowboarding. It's so flexible. It is a little difficult. It's not as easy to play as some of the other snowboarding games, but it did get a little repetitive, and also some of the obstacles to me I felt were a little too hard to avoid, and the hit detection, not only for those but also for ramps, was a little wonky, but it's definitely fun. I mean, if you like snowboarding games, then this is definitely up your alley. You'll enjoy it. Amplitude is it's an okay rhythm game. I mean, you basically have 3 buttons to press and you can change the track that you're on, but really the only way to vary things up is to increase the difficulty. The music is pretty monotonous and repetitive. There's only a few good tracks in my opinion, and the actual combinations in the buttons, I don't know, because there's only 3 buttons, it's not that difficult, other than just ramping up the difficulty and really trying to challenge yourself in regards to speed. But to me, that's not as fun as intricate patterns and it's like I said, I would still prefer to play something like Guitar Hero or something that gave me a little bit more than 3 patterns. I know changing tracks, completing one track, moving over to another, that's kind of cool. To me, I just thought it was too repetitive. But if you like rhythm games, check it out at least. Zone of the Enders Collection is a game you should definitely check out if you're a fan of Hideo Kojima. It's one of his earlier games, I guess between Metal Gear. The HD definitely does make it look considerably better. Unfortunately, the game still does tend to lag once you get too many items on screen. It's just a little bit too much for the actual game engine to process, but it's really fun. In my opinion, the story is great about, and I think that's really what you should be playing this game for. If you like mechs, you need to play this game. If you don't like mechs, you may like this game still. Super Mutant Alien Assault is actually a decent platforming game. It's old school, but honestly, Celeste is way better, so it's really hard to rate this in the same month. Thankfully, it's not just killing things. There are also challenges involved, like moving batteries around or different checks that you have to do. Everything exists in a single screen, and if you die, it does kind of have a roguelike element where not only do you restart, but some things do change up a little bit. I thought it was good, but I found myself wanting to play Celeste the entire time. Maybe it's because it came out the same month for free, but I don't know. I give it a meh. Fallen Legion: Flames of Rebellion. We actually reviewed this on the show already as a separate review, but it's good. The story's great, but honestly, the battle systems to me is over complex. This is the other side of Sins of the Empire, by the way. Sins of an Empire. Flashy graphics and everything is great. The music's okay, but because you have to look at multiple places on the screen as to whether you have to block, to me it's just a little needlessly difficult, and it's challenging in a way that didn't need to be challenging. So that's all for the games with Gold and PlayStation Plus games. Let us know in the comments what some of your favorites were. Do you disagree with any of our comments? Let us know so we can talk about it, and we'll see you later.
Thanks for watching This Week in Our Collective Heads. Subscribe over here and click the bell, and that way you'll know about any new videos that we put up, because we put up a lot of gameplay, a lot of stories from games and stuff like that, and gameplay is down here.
Yeah, and you got more editorials and news stuff down here. Check it out.